are the bona fide officials of the Kikuyu Council of Elders? That's the question which most Kenyans are actually asking. Because last week, a group of Kikuyu Council of Elders, led by Wachira Kiago, traveled all the way from the larger Mount Kenya region and certain parts of Rift Valley to Bondo and endorsed Raila Odinga for the presidency in 2022. That move by the elders caused a huge political storm in this country. And the allies of the deputy president William Samoei Ruto referred to this group which traveled to Bondo as fake and rent seekers. And even before the dust could settle, another group or camp emerged. But the question is, who are the bona fide officials of the Kikuyu Council of Elders? I did a bit of my research. And just like in Nyanza, we have two factions of the Luo Council of Elders. One allied to Mzee Ker Otonde and another one allied to Ker Nyandiko. It's the same story in the larger Kikuyu Council of Elders. We have two camps in Kikuyu Council of Elders. There's one camp which is led by Wachira Kiago, and that's the camp which traveled to Bondo. And then there's the other camp which is led by Samuel Kimani Maigui. Samuel Kimani is based in Nakuru County, and this is the camp which traveled in January to Sugoi, for those who still remember. So basically, we have two camps in the larger Mount Kenya region of the Kikuyu Council of Elders. But why is it that this other camp caused a huge political storm in the country? Because for a fact, it's the first time the Kikuyu Council of Elders are coming out. I don't want to assume that they're fake. I know they're not fake. Just like Nyandiko has his camp in Luo Nyanza, Otondi has his camp. I know even in Rift Valley, there are two camps of Kalenjin Council of Elders. Because these elders, there's a time I remember, I think it was Patni who took them to Libya. And most of them saw money from that point. And from that time up to now, the Council of Elders are never focused on cultural issues, but most of them are focused on money and politics. Of course, with all due respect, most of them still carry the aspirations of the community culturally. But who are the bona fide officials of the Kikuyu Council of Elders? And why is it that this camp, which traveled to Bondo, is causing a lot of storm? Number one is the first time the Kikuyu Council of Elders are endorsing Raila Odinga. And it's good for Raila Odinga, whether they were fake or not. It's good for him that at least there's a discussion about the endorsement. Number two, I also think there's a lot of politics within the larger Kikuyu nation on President Uhuru Kenyatta's succession politics. So today I want us to look at the reasons why probably there's a lot of politics around that trip to Bondo. But before you do that, if you're watching this video for the first time, I want you to click subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Now back to the main issue, and I want to go straight to the points. Why is it that this camp which went to Bondo caused a huge political storm in the larger Mount Kenya region and even nationally? In my view, I have 5 reasons. Number one is Peter Kenneth and Mutahi Kagwe factor is at play. In central Kenya, the race to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta has begun. Peter Kenneth is fighting and running to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta. Mutahi Kagwe is also preparing and positioning himself to succeed President Uhuru Kenyatta. And the camp which went to Bondo had the backing of Peter Kenneth. And because they had the backing of Peter Kenneth, automatically they were going to be opposed by Mutahi Kagwe. The truth of the matter is that that move shocked most Kenyans. Most Kenyans never thought that Kikuyu Council of Elders would actually go to Bondo to endorse Raila Odinga. And the force behind them was actually Peter Kenneth, who was present physically. And if you want to understand the politics between Peter Kenneth and Mutahi Kagwe, I want you to study 2 people. 3. Study William Kabogo, study Tony Gashoka. Those belong to the camp of Mutahi Kagwe. And then on Peter Kenneth's side, study David Murabe. The fact of the matter is, those three people are the ones who are advancing the narratives around this trip. I'm yet to acknowledge, I'm yet to read Tony Gashoka supporting this Edler's trip to Bondo, because he believes and belongs to the camp of Mutahi Kagwe. The same to William Kabogo. William Kabogo belongs to the camp of Mutahi Kagwe. But of late, William Kabogo was convinced by the deputy president to support him in exchange of being appointed the running mate. So of late, he's also trying to drift away from the camp of Mutahi Kagwe. So he's basically trying to drift to the side of the deputy president, William Samoei Ruto, in the hope that he's going to be the running mate. So he's also trying to create his own niche. So the first factor why this trip caused a huge storm is the Mutahi Kagwe and Peter Kenneth. That's number one. Number two is President Uhuru Kenyatta's politics. His political interest post 2022. Kungu Muigai is a relative of the president. He's actually an uncle. He's the patron of the Kikuyu Council of Elders. Of course, the other camp also have their own patron. The question Peter Kenneth ought to ask himself before he took this Council of Elders to Bondo, he ought to have asked himself one question. What is President Uhuru Kenyatta's political interest? Peter Kenneth is struggling to be either the running mate or the prime minister. But the question, has he ever asked President Uhuru Kenyatta what he wants after 2022? Something is telling me deep inside here that President Uhuru Kenyatta is likely to be either prime minister or to continue playing politics after 2022. And that's why Peter Kenneth must be very careful with his political moves. He's currently surging ahead of the pack. He's overtaken, Peter Kenneth has overtaken Anne Waiguru, who was a favorite. He's overtaken Moses Kuria. Peter Kenneth has overtaken Peter Munya. Peter Kenneth has overtaken Mwangi Kiunjuri. Who else is remaining? Mutahi Kagwe, who is just emerging because of COVID. So Peter Kenneth is racing towards succeeding President Uhuru Kenyatta as far as Mount Kenya politics is concerned. But is he consulting the president to understand his thinking? Because sometimes you might do things hoping that this thing is working for the president, because the president is supporting handshake, he's also supporting handshake, but he's also positioning himself to be the prime minister. But he must think of President Uhuru Kenyatta's political interest. If Uhuru Kenyatta is interested in prime minister, then rest assured that his uncle will not allow him to go there. He's going to be stopped. And that's why they are warning him that the elders you took there should not play politics. The elders you took there are fake. While it's known fact that this is the same team which supported the deputy president and supported President Uhuru Kenyatta. Because the previous team of Samuel Kimani, who is based in Nakuru, were actually formed and organized by Njenga Karume. Those are the facts. So President Uhuru Kenyatta's political interest could be at play. The president might not have told the Council of Elders his game plan. He might not have told Peter Kenneth his game plan. So Peter Kenneth is running, but my interest is there, so they have to be stopped. Number three, I think it has to do with Muranga politics and the 2022 politics. Central Kenya and the larger Kikuyu nation, they have the numbers. As much as they cannot get the presidency in 2022, they cannot be ignored. They must become prime minister or deputy president. Or even if they won't become president, or assuming the constitution is not going to be changed, even if they won't become president and they can't become deputy president, then they must play a key role in the next government. Who is going to take that role? In the larger Mount Kenya region, there's the Muranga factor. The Muranga tycoon sat down and agreed that we've supported these other sub-tribes. So it's our turn. The Nyeri people have enjoyed the presidency. Kiambu have enjoyed the presidency. So Muranga and Kirinyaga, they are now teaming up together. For those who follow the politics very closely. And because they're teaming together, they're the ones who organized these elders and took them to Bondo. And currently they're organizing another trip for the Luo Council of Elders to go to Nyeri on 30th at their own cost. So Muranga people are saying that this time it is our time. You've had your time. It is our time. So they're actually pushing Peter Kenneth to take the role, in the hope that Raila Odinga is going to support Peter Kenneth either for the Prime Minister or running mate. And because of that Muranga factor, I am sure, even if these elders were fake, I am sure the Muranga people, because the other day, Peter Munga, the chairman of Equity, and I think the chairman of the Kikuyu Foundation, the Mount Kenya Foundation, was very clear that they are organizing the Luo Council of Elders to meet in Nyeri, and they want to make it 3 times bigger than what we witnessed in Bondo. So basically, these guys are going to pump money into these elders. They are going to pump money into the candidature of Peter Kenneth. So the Muranga people are saying, and they're telling their brothers that we've always supported you. It's our time to be supported. And our guy is actually Peter Kenneth. And that's where Mutahi Kagwe is not lucky. He comes from Nyeri, I think. Number 4 is the William Ruto factor. There was no way William Ruto and his allies were going to sit and watch these elders going to Bondo and endorsing Raila Odinga. At first, they thought it was not going to succeed. It was not going to be a successful event. It was hugely successful. The elders from all corners came. Then they termed them fake. There's nothing like fake elders. Today, Raila Odinga can go to the larger Rift Valley, picks a few elders here and there. Those elders will endorse him. But the fact is that those guys are elders. William Ruto can come to Nyanza and get endorsement from Nyandiko team. You can't term those people as fake because they are elders. So these elders who went to Bondo shocked them. So that's why they are terming them fake. And the other time, people like Gachagua were saying that these elders ought not to have blessed Raila Odinga in Bondo. That Kikuyu elders, if you want their blessings, you go to them. The question is, the same elders or different groups of elders have been going to Sugoi to endorse William Ruto. They've never reminded DP that we don't do it like that in Kikuyu. If you want their endorsement, come to them. We've seen them going to Sugoi. We saw these guys going to different places. So because William Ruto wants to be the president of the Republic of Kenya, and his main challenger is Raila Odinga, he was not going to allow the Council of Elders just to have a field day. And lastly, is the elders factions. And I think I mentioned this. We have 2 factions within these elders. So one group of elders is supporting Raila Odinga. Then of course the other one is going to support another group. The only thing which is likely to unite them is President Uhuru Kenyatta. And that's why that's where I'm looking at the point by Kungu Muigai, who is telling them to stop supporting politicians. If Uhuru were to give them the direction to support Raila Odinga, probably all of them are going to do that. But because of those factions, if one is going to support Raila Odinga, definitely the other is going to support the Deputy President William Ruto. If one is going to support the Building Bridges Initiative, the camp is going to support is going to oppose that Building Bridges Initiative process. So that's my take on this. But I think for Raila Odinga, it is good for him because ultimately, and for the first time now, there's a discussion in the larger Mount Kenya region and specifically the Kikuyu nation about elders supporting Raila Odinga. Before, they will not be doing this. They will not be going to Bondo. Raila Odingas will not be organizing, these people will not be organizing elders from Lowland to go to Nyeri to initiate that peace deal they are working on. So basically, it's good for Raila Odinga. Let us wait and see how it's going to unfold moving forward. I don't know your thoughts on this, but I strongly believe that the 2 factions exist amongst the Kikuyu Council of Elders. But ultimately, Raila Odinga is the biggest beneficiary in all this confusion. I don't know what you think. Let me know your thoughts on this matter. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day.